All right, parents, welcome back to part two of the Thanksgiving installment of the weekly message. When we left off, we were just sharing with you how students are now being broken into intervention groups. And these intervention groups are going to either meet 5 times a week for 20 minutes, 4 times for 20 minutes, 3 times a week for 20 minutes, or twice a week for 20 minutes. And we're going to rotate. So, in any given class period, a student can be doing 2 of 4 tasks. So, let me just talk about these tasks for a moment. So, upcoming assignments, which is going to be due the week they get back. I have a teacher task where we're going to be going through a line of best fit. I can learn to write the line of best fit, and very simply, you know, we spent quite amount of time sharing with them how to use a graphing calculator to determine, if something is linear function, if something is a absolute value function, if something is a quadratic function, and hopefully some of these terms are familiar to you. And if not, that's not a big deal. You can watch my YouTube channel as well. And so right here, and I'm teaching them how to do a regression, and that's just a fancy word of saying an average of 2 points. So that's a teacher task. Test corrections. One of the most common requests I had marking period one is, Mr. McCray, I really would like to take that quiz over again. I really didn't give myself the best chance of doing well. I didn't study for it. I didn't sleep. And I basically said no. But I do recognize that some students do better when they can see the material more than once. So to that end, parents, your child is given a gift in that um, I never had this opportunity when I was going through math. But I'm saying to you as a teacher, if your child does the test corrections, they're going to earn 50% of 50% um, uh, of the questions that they miss. Let me make sure I say it right. So, say for instance, a student gets a 50. If they do the test corrections, um, I am going to give them back half of those points, which is half of 50 is 25, and they can add it to their original test score, which is 50 plus 25 is 75 points. Someone gets a 90. They do the test corrections. They lost 10 points. They're going to be able to get half of those points back. So they'll go from a 90 to a 95. From a 50 to a 75. So in that note. I really believe this is a great way of having students take a second and third opportunity to master material. Now, I do it a little different. The way I do it is the student has to identify what mistake they made. Was it a careless mistake? Wrong number, or was it a precision mistake? Work was too messy to understand. Computation, a challenge with the adding and the subtracting, or maybe just a problem solving. They did not follow the rules of algebra. Most people are probably going to be in this problem solving excuse. So I'm asking them to describe the error they made and justify it, and then I'm going to ask them to click this link here, and they're going to get an answer key that pops up, and they're going to be asked to cut and paste in 5 different colors the correct answer. So what they have to do is just simply on this sheet, right? Well, here's the error I made. I think I made that error because, and then the most correct answer is A, because they go to the answer key. The answer key will tell them the correct answer, and they can go from there. All right. So the first 2 tasks, teacher task, test correction task. The third and the fourth task is the flashback task and the Ed puzzle task. So as you guys know, parents, I upload every lesson I've done since the beginning of the year is uploaded to my YouTube channel. So when I say flashback, instead of them learning a new concept, I'm going to have them go back to a concept that we've been working on for maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm asking them to click the YouTube video, which is going to pop into one of my videos. And then they're just going to answer one of these questions, which is very simple if they've looked at the video. So there's about 4 to 7 questions like that. And it's really designed for them to recycle information they already have. Moving to something called Ed Puzzle Task, I can use teacher videos to explore functions of a graph. Instead of them looking at videos I've created, and YouTube has a ton of math videos. What they'll do is they'll go and they'll look at some other teachers' videos. And what I've done is I've embedded quiz questions. So, they'll look at a video for 30 seconds to a minute, and then a question will pop up. Now, this is really, really interesting when kids are not multitasking, meaning they don't have 4 or 5 things going at once. They really get a lot of, really learn a lot by hearing information and then being able to demonstrate they have it. And again, this is one of those things where they can watch a video more than once. So there we have it, parents. That's my vision of how we can help our kids be so more successful this second marking period. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play about a 40-second clip of the this video here, failing forward. Denzel Washington is the moderator, and I'm going to turn off my microphone so we don't have the echo sound. And I'm gonna let you guys listen in.
Fall forward. This is what I mean. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. First, you will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something.